Hello everyone, welcome to Gold Nugget, JAW_success. This is your first time to the channel. Let me welcome you if you have already subscribed. Let me thank you for joining me on this growth part. Years ago, I was told to make A while the sun shine, and when you live in England, sometimes the sun just don't shine. Yeah, it's day and it looks nice and outside, but of course it is as cold as whatever. But I am making hay today, off today in some progress, and while I am progressing, I'm grabbing the opportunity to share the nuggets that I have been putting aside for a time such as this. All right. Um, my nugget for today, my nugget for this moment is simply this: money doesn't grow on tree, but it grows. Now, a lot of us have problems with money. I have problems with money. The rich do everything to keep money. Some person will say, no, 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 no. The rich don't have money. They have wealth. And what you want to develop in your life is wealth. All right. Money comes and it goes. Right. But if you have wealth, then you have something that money cannot buy. All right. You have those who are considered to be super rich. And in one of the nuggets I deal with the other day, I alluded to the fact that there was a Chinese scroll, 700-year-old scroll that was sold for 30 million. And individuals buy things every day. Marilyn Monroe's dress sold for million. Even our own Usain Bolt action off to raise funds for charity. Some of his paraphernalia in sports, and it made money. People buy them. Why? Because they have excess cash. They have money that they can throw away and stuff. But for the regular people, we have this issue of wanting to purchase things, want things that we would love to have but can't have it because we don't have any money, right? But the more I think about money and the more I think about how we have allowed the fact that we don't have money to stop us from progressing, is the more I want to share this nugget that, from time immemorial, money has been a problem. But long before money, there was bartering, and people found a way to get what they want. And so the gist of this nugget today is that you must find a way to get what you want. In other words, make A while the sun shine. How do you make A? Isn't A something that grows out in the field and you wait until it is time for its reaping or harvesting, and you roll it in bundles and all of that kind of stuff? Isn't that what A is? Yeah, it is. But what I'm saying to you is find your planting season. Find how you will allow things to grow. All right. I was asked once in one of the motivational talks that I gave, I was asked, sir, yeah, because a lot of times I go into schools and talk to young people about their life, because a lot of young persons are growing up not realizing that the future is not as easy as it used to be. And unless they plan to turn out to be some, as my grandmother would say, some walkless cutlass, in other words, a cutlass that cannot cut through what it is supposed to cut through, then they are going to have to buckle down, put things together, and achieve and accomplish certain things, because the future is not as easy as it looks. Back in the day, when we could get a bread, so to speak, for 25 cents back in Jamaica, a bread is over 500 and odd dollars in some countries, right? Here in the UK, it's a little bit, yeah, it's manageable, cheap, but elsewhere and the future. And I'm sure if you talk to some older persons, they will tell you that a bread in their time was not as expensive as it is today. So you can just imagine what the future is going to be like. All right. So it comes down to the fact that persons have to put in the effort, put in the work, right? So what they ask is, how do we convert? How do we get money? And I ask a simple question. Do you have strength? Do you have a skill? Do you have a mental process? Because money doesn't grow on tree, but it grows. What grows money? Effort. Yeah, simple as that. What grows money? Effort. The time we are willing to spend growing our craft, the time we are willing to spend to put in the work, that is what grows money. And money, the more we accumulate it and the more we invest it right, and the more we find new technology and new avenues to spend that money or to increase that money, is the more we increase our wealth. Okay? So wealth is grown out of having money. It is grown out of having resources. So that don't miss that part. Wealth is grown out of having resources. And resources is anything that is natural of itself that can be multiplied, or it can be used to create other stuff. That's why we talk about natural resources like the sun, rivers and stream, and we don't want to lose the natural resources that we have. Climate change is killing off the natural resources. We have wildfires all over the United States. The other day, Australia was under fire, and the world is in problems because of climate change. So the natural resources are being affected. And if the natural resources are being affected, can you just imagine the physical or financial resources that is happening in the world? Yeah? Some persons are becoming richer every day. And how are they getting richer every day? They're getting richer because the resources that they have, they are using it, well, some would say they're using it to squeeze the life out of the rest of us. And because they are squeezing the life out of the rest of us, they are increasing in money and we are getting poorer every day. But the reason we are getting poorer every day is not so much because the rich is squeezing the life out of us. It's because we have not learned how to harness our own resources and to some degree learn how to bond with those who already have to make a difference. So money doesn't grow on tree, but it grows. And how we grow it? We grow it by putting in our own effort, our own time. Look at what we do naturally and do it well. You know, I shared in an earlier nugget, that I'm happy for me. And for me, my resource, the resource that I have is to encourage people and to share into people's life, to tell them, listen, you don't have to remain in the gutter. Come up out of it. You don't have to stay in a position where, life always has its foot, so to speak, on your head and pressing you down. You have the responsibility to grow from where you are to where you need to be. Now, some persons want to grow fast. And some persons, because they have a go-getter mentality, they can take on the bull by the horn and wrestle the bull. But if you're not that kind of individual, grow from where you are. Okay? Start with the little things. There must be something you can do consistently well that will pay you. And how you use that little that you have and turn it over. Don't, as I was taught, you don't spend off every cent you get on the next shiny thing that comes. You find something that can turn it over and put a part in it to turn over. I am learning this principle myself. Over the past year, that is something that I have personally been learning. How to convert or turn the little that I have into something, so that at the end of the day, I become better than where I am. And this is my nugget to you today. Money doesn't grow on tree, but it grows. How do you grow it? it is accumulated because of effort. And if you fail to put the effort in, you won't have any money, and all you will have is misery and bitterness and complaining and Lord, the world is so hard, and your hand is always over your head. But when you recognize that the responsibility to grow the money you have is your responsibility, or the effort you have is what is going to give you the money you have, then you start to use your time and your effort more calculatively. All right? So calculate the time, look at what you're doing, and grow from where you are. This is JAW saying, by all means necessary, find or create a way out, because that's how life is. It will never just happen and drop in our laps. We have to create a way out. All right? God bless you. Money don't grow on tree, but it grows, and it grows through our effort. Please like, subscribe, and share. Bye.